He said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. Asia Wilson, okay.
What happens when Nike, the company that turned Michael Jordan into a walking empire, finally decides to crown the next face of women's basketball?
Well, this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range.
On September 1st, Caitlin Clark's signature logo dropped, and the internet went nuclear. Nike's servers couldn't handle the surge. Shirts with those navy and yellow interlocking C's sold out in under 10 minutes. Fans were refreshing their browsers like it was a Jordan drop. Scalpers flipped them for double within hours, and social media turned into a battlefield of hot takes and jealousy.
I'm telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the Asia Wilson line, where she has her logo on all of it.
And right in the middle of that cultural earthquake was Aya Wilson. The self-proclaimed queen of Nike basketball woke up to a nightmare. Dethroned not by another championship, not by another MVP, but by a logo that screamed power. A logo that declared Caitlin Clark is the one. Wilson has been with Nike for 6 years. 6 years of loyalty, sweat, and trophies. And in a single day, Caitlin Clark snatched the spotlight she thought belonged to her.
Alright, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 billboards. 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May. The start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are going to drop? Is that when these shoes are going to drop in May? We know that come October, we're going to get some merchandise. We're going to get some apparel. But the shoes, they said, coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026?
The jealousy was palpable. The whispers were deafening. And the rumors? They're just getting started. A logo might look like a small thing, but in basketball, a logo is everything. Think about Jordan's Jumpman. That silhouette wasn't just branding. It was a revolution. Same with Kobe's sheath, LeBron's crown, and KD's sharp initials.
Spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch his team play or come watch me play. And, I certainly understand that. And I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph because that can really impact somebody's life. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something, that they want to be one day. And, being able to do that and take, like I said, 10 seconds, it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
When you get a logo, you're not just a player anymore, you're an era. And now Caitlin Clark has joined that pantheon. Her interlocking C's aren't just about sneakers. They're about Nike saying, this is our franchise player. This is the athlete who can do for women's basketball what Jordan did for the NBA.
Logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
Meanwhile, fans couldn't help but notice the contrast. Aya Wilson's A1 shoe, rolled out with a basic sparkle logo that looked more like clip art than iconography. Nike may not have said it out loud, but the message was clear. We know who moves the culture, and it's not you, Aya.
People have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlyn as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they had been tweeting about Caitlyn more. And then obviously with the shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlyn Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they've missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner like camping out trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlyn Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for.
And here's where the conspiracies began. Some fans swear Nike intentionally soft-pedaled Wilson's rollout so Clark's would look bigger. That the timing wasn't coincidence but strategy. A few even went as far as claiming Nike set Wilson up to fail, so the Clark era would feel inevitable. Wild theory maybe, but it poured gasoline on an already raging fire.
I lost all respect for A'ja Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlyn Clark in the Time magazine, read what she said in the Time magazine, yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
If you want proof that Nike made the right call, just look at the receipts. Caitlyn Clark isn't just popular, she's rewriting the numbers game. The WNBA just posted its best ratings in 24 years. Out of the 22 games that crossed 1 million viewers, Caitlyn was in 19 of them. That's not coincidence. That's dominance.
A'ja Wilson truly co-created her new A1 signature basketball shoe and collection to ensure every detail is authentic to her and her community.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoops spewing all that crap about Caitlyn Clark. Yeah, you knew that A'ja Wilson's gonna be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Road game attendance spikes by 87% when her fever comes to town. Entire arenas plan promotions around her appearances. And the merchandise? Forget about it. Caitlyn's Kobe player exclusives sold out in 5 minutes. Her logo tee crashed Nike's website. The resale market doubled prices overnight.
I said it looked like Chanel, I said it looked like Gucci, but whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you, like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this has never been done. Never.
Now compare that to Wilson's A1 release. Stores didn't sell out. Social mentions dried up in days. No resale hype. No website crashes. The market has spoken loud and clear. Caitlyn isn't just a star, she's the star. Industry insiders even leaked projections. Clark's signature line could rival early LeBron numbers, with a $150 million revenue ceiling for a rookie. That's the kind of projection Nike can't ignore. That's why they're going all in.
One of the reasons Nike's stock is dropping is how badly they dropped the ball with the female phenom, A'ja Wilson. I think one of their experts should have had more foresight about her trajectory into being the best women's basketball player in the world, and they should have given her a signature shoe probably 2 years ago. Regardless of the sudden burst of media interest in the WNBA, thanks to the likes of Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark, A'ja is a proven winner and one of the brightest spots in all of basketball. The fact that A'ja's shoe deal emerged into the media after Caitlyn's deal was already publicized gives reactionary vibes instead of...
Now, let's be fair to Aya Wilson. She's no scrub. She's a 3-time MVP, a 2-time champion, and one of the most dominant players the league has ever seen. But here's her reality. She signed with Nike in 2018. 6 years of loyalty before she finally got her signature shoe in 2024. 6 years of waiting, grinding, and proving herself, only to watch Caitlin Clark leapfrog her within months. Imagine dedicating half a decade to building your resume, thinking your time had finally come, and then Nike announces a rookie logo that overshadows your entire launch. Wilson's A1 release was supposed to be her crowning moment. Instead, it felt like a consolation prize. Whispers started leaking behind the scenes. Some say Wilson's camp was furious at Nike for the timing. Rumors even swirled that she flirted with Adidas before re-signing, hoping Nike would give her a bigger push. Allegedly, Nike promised her more marketing, but then funneled their energy into Clark. True or not, fans ate it up, painting Aya as the veteran being undercut by the rookie.
Signature shoe sold out in minutes. It was here and then it was gone. Poof. It reminds me of Mike Tyson back in the days. Don't go to the bathroom or the fight is over. You go, girl.
Asia. Wilson's problem isn't that she lacks talent, she's undeniably skilled. Her problem is that she genuinely believes talent.
The drama didn't stay private for long. When Clark's logo dropped, Wilson's social media started buzzing with cryptic posts. Phrases like "respect the game" and "real hoopers know" sounded suspiciously like shade. Retweets amplifying fans who said Clark was overhyped. Subtle digs that weren't so subtle. And Clark's defenders weren't having it. They clapped back hard, pointing out that Clark fills arenas, sells jerseys, and drives ratings in ways Wilson never has. The discourse spiraled out of control. Was it about race? Marketability? Championships versus cultural pull? Everyone had an opinion, and everyone thought theirs was the truth. Non-stop conspiracy theories flew like wildfire. Some fans swore ESPN was deliberately pushing Clark over Wilson to build a new golden face for the league. Others claimed Nike staged the timing to pit Clark and Wilson against each other, because controversy equals clicks, and clicks equal cash. A viral Twitter thread even claimed locker room resentment was brewing, with vets fed up that Clark gets more shine in 1 year than they've gotten in an entire career. Whether any of it is true almost doesn't matter. The speculation itself keeps the story alive. And Nike knows it. Here's the part that really twists the knife for Wilson. Caitlin Clark got injured, missed significant time, and should have been out of the spotlight. But even on the sidelines, Clark kept winning. Sponsorships, endorsements, a viral logo rollout, and headlines. Meanwhile, Wilson was grinding through an MVP season, putting up dominant numbers and leading her team, and barely moved the cultural needle outside of hardcore WNBA circles. That's when the painful truth hit. Championships don't guarantee superstardom. Marketability does. And Clark's brand is untouchable. Families bring their kids to see her. Men who never watched the WNBA tune in. Teenagers want her jersey. She makes casuals into diehards, even while injured. She shapes the conversation in ways Wilson never has.
It's about time, Nike. Y'all have taken long enough. It should not have taken this long for you guys to get this stuff together. I don't know what the holdup was. Actually, I do believe I know what the holdup was. Y'all didn't want a bunch of people hating and mad and all that. I know. I'm ready for this merch to drop. Cannot wait. The Caitlin Clark merch is going to be absolutely fire. The sneakers are going to be off the...
Rumors even surfaced that league execs were frustrated too. One anonymous insider supposedly said, "We can't afford not to ride the Caitlin wave. She's the reason ratings are back." If that's true, it's devastating for Wilson. It means the league itself knows where its bread is buttered. And it's not heard that Nike's business play here is cold, calculated, and ruthless. Clark's $28 million, 8-year deal looked massive when it was signed. Now, analysts call it the bargain of the century. Her projected shoe sales alone could eclipse the entire value of the deal. That's Jordan-level ROI. Wilson's extension might have been one of the richest in WNBA history. But it didn't come with the same cultural pop. No viral moments. No mainstream buzz. No seismic shift, and that's the difference. Sneaker insiders have already started whispering that Nike is planning a full Clark collection in 2026. Shoes, apparel, limited drops, and even a possible Clark brand sublabel just like Jordan. If that happens, Wilson isn't just losing to Clark. She's getting permanently left in the dust. And this isn't just about two athletes. It's about the entire future of women's basketball. Only 12 women in WNBA history have had signature sneakers. Clark's arrival rewrites the blueprint. For the first time, Nike is treating a female athlete not as a token gesture, but as a franchise player. That's why Wilson's jealousy is so loud. It's not just about one shoe. It's about the hierarchy flipping overnight. Fans even whispered that other stars were salty too. Subtweets from veterans about media favoritism. Podcast segments hinting at locker room politics. Speculation that some players resent Clark for making more in 1 year than they've made in their entire careers.
Don't understand the need to lie. So there's a hype that A'ja Wilson's shoes sold out in 5 minutes. I did some more fact checking. They only had 3,000 shoes, right? They're actually going to restock the shoe in 2 days on May 8th. Those are the facts. So the shoes aren't technically sold out. What they did was they put phase 1 of shoes to see if they sold. People bought it. And they're going to have another phase 2 on May 8th. So they're not technically sold out. Like, why people lie, bro? And I don't know who bought them.
True? Maybe. Maybe not. But every whisper, every rumor, every subtweet keeps Clark at the center of attention. She's the disruptor. The one forcing everyone else to reevaluate their place in the pecking order. So here we are. Caitlin Clark's Interlocking Seas didn't just launch a logo. They launched a war, a cultural battle between old hierarchy and new reality. Wilson can keep her MVPs. She can keep her rings. But Clark owns the one thing money can't buy: cultural dominance. Nike crowned their queen, and the WNBA will never be the same. And here's the real question. Has Caitlin Clark already surpassed A'ja Wilson as the face of women's basketball? Or is Nike making a mistake by putting all their chips on Clark this early? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because one thing's for sure, this drama is far from over.